How to stay healthy while being at home. Staying healthy is not something that is new to us for a research topic. For ever since the time that the internet has been discovered, the fitness and physical well-being has one of the most attentions ever. But the worst part about is that most of the fitness activities are losing weight type of activities include outdoor engagement. And due to the difficult times that we are going through right now, it can be quite essential for us to stay home at any cost. That is why, in this article, we will be discussing about some basic ways to stay healthy and eat well at the same time, maintaining a proper weight balance for your overall body. Please keep in mind that this article is only the beginning of the series of helpful instruments that you are going to have from our website. Our entire article and most of the contents will focus on physical well-being on 3 different layers. Number 1, how to stay fit at home. Number 2, how to lose weight without going at the gym. Number 3, how to stay healthy while being under lockdown. Number 1, how to stay fit at home. Staying fit might be difficult and easy at the same time period. It all depends upon the circumstances that you are facing right now. But, whichever the case may be, you need to stay attentive towards your health in order to stay fit and also to live a proper life. That is why come up in this part, we will focus a lot on how to stay fit at home. You might be thinking that if a person desires, then staying fit is not going to be a big deal at all. But if it was that easy as it sounds while I'm saying it, most of the people would not have been facing any sorts of problems while being under the lockdown at all. For the convenience of better ease and using of all of the methods, we will discuss it in 3 different parts. For starter, physical exercises at home. After that, we will be discussing about the best diet chart and some weight loss steps. After that, we will be looking at some of the methods and instruments that you can use at home for physical exercise and staying fit. Now, to lose weight at home, only eating less would not do the trick. Because if you remember, before all of this pandemic thing happened, we were all getting out a lot. Even if we were not the gym guy type of a person. We would go out a lot even for doing the groceries or buying the regular things that we want. We used to move up until a basic amount. But that is not the case anymore. So, the worst thing that has happened to us is that our body has gradually fallen down into a really lazy state. That is why, starting to go out is going to be really important for us. But as for some of us, we are still facing severe conditions because of the lockdown. Getting out might be a little too difficult. But for that, we need to make our daily routine in a way that we get all of our physical activities all in one place. That is why starting to move our body properly and making it go in the correct direction is important. As well as eating in a healthy way, and not just making ourselves starve to death, we need to make our bodies move properly. For that, just even looking at some of the weight loss steps on YouTube would probably help. All you need to do is to start your body to move in a proper way. For starters, doing small amount of squats and then just a bit of jogging at indoors might help you out a lot. After the first couple of tries, just for a first couple of minutes, you would start to feel agonizing pain on your body. But if you stop just after you start to feel the pain, then the situation will be far worse for you. The first couple of tries might seem too difficult, but after that, it will be quite easier for you. Once you have started to do this on a regular basis, it will gradually give you all of the benefits that you require. But if you give up right after the starting and after feeling some amount of pain, then it will cause even more problems than it was before. The next thing that you need to try is to start eating in a healthy way. As you are staying home more than before, it is important that you control your dietary chart in the perfect way, because if you are not doing that, you will suffer a lot in terms of fatigue and overstress. Now, you are doing both the physical and the dietary part. What's next? The next thing that you need to do is just to continue. Most of the healthcare routines fail just because the lack of the persistence and constant try. As our body goes through a lot of change when we are starting a new form of exercise or new routine, it is quite obvious that our body will start to feel a lot of pain. Especially when you are doing that first couple of push-up or sit-up, you will start to feel really agonizing pain. But if you give up right after that, you will never be able to live a proper life. Because that is certain to happen. All you need to do is to carry on despite of how much pain that you are feeling. Once you are able to do that, it is absolutely certain that you will get the most benefit that you can ever imagine. How to lose weight without going to the gym. If you were not suffering with obesity and fat before to what was going on with your life during the pandemic, then ask yourself this question. What were you doing before the coronavirus that made you perfect? And if you were not a gym-going person, and also if you were not exactly fat, then what was the daily routine that you were following? That might answer a lot. Just as I said in the previous paragraph, getting rid of fat is not that difficult. All that it needs is persistence. Some people might think that doing a lot of exercise and a lot of workout will be just enough to keep you healthy and fit. But that is not the truth at all. The most important thing that you need in your life to maintain a healthy lifestyle is balance. Remember that balance is all the thing that you need. Because if you don't have balance in your life, then it doesn't matter what you are doing. You will still have the result as a complete zero. There are 5 ways to get your body properly moving at home. The first one is to design a proper daily routine in such a way that you are able to get a certain amount of movement for yourself. To start with, if you are lucky enough to have a backyard at your home, then you can do just basic jogging at one place. Some people might tell you that if you are not moving along while you are jogging, they are not totally at their wrong place to say it. But the thing is that, when you were having absolutely no movement at all, and now you are getting a certain movement, this will obviously change up your daily routine by quite a margin. Now, as you are just starting with the jogging, you are getting a small amount of movement for yourself. That is a basic starting of what you are looking for. After the jogging, you can slightly turn towards a little bit more engaging physical activities, such as doing bicycle crunches, push-up, set-up, and several others. Remember that, whenever you are starting to do any of the physical activities after a long break, right after the first one, you are going to have a lot of pain inside your body. But if you give up right then and there, then it is going to be even worse. Because your body will no longer have the capability to cope up with the sudden changes that you are offering to it. And another important thing while starting physical exercise for the first time in a while, whenever you have started such type of activity after a long break, it will create increased amount of hunger and appetite issues. You need to be careful enough so that you are not falling for the common traits. But if you are just strong enough and if you can convince yourself to endure just the first wave, which will last probably 2 or 3 days, you will be more than enough capable to get through all of the daily routine that you require. Now, you can follow any of the easy-to-use YouTube tutorials or any of the Android applications for getting the basic suggestions for physical exercises to do at home. Most of them are quite efficient and effective as well. All you need to do is to maintain a sufficient amount of persistency. Because persistence is key at this point. Number 3, how to stay healthy during the lockdown time. To start with, this is maybe the basic and most simple step for this procedure. There are 3 things that you need to do. First one is to eat safe and well. The second one is to do a lot of physical exercise and activities. And the third one is to stay positive, period. You might be wondering that what the third one has to do with anything in this topic. But the truth is a bit different from what you imagine. As you are trying to stay positive more and more, just the endurance power is going to have a lot of effect on the positive side. Just as I said in a previous part of this content, trying to start physical activity for the first time in a while will take quite a toll over your body. And for that, you need to prepare yourself. Positive ITI is going to be the most vital part of your entire journey. If you are able to stay positive throughout the struggle, then your chances of success will gradually increase. After the positivity part is being taken care of, now comes the second most important thing, which is to keep your body in a proper movement. During the lockdown time, we are all facing with severe amount of fatigue and body issues. As you slowly start to take care of your physical activities, you will have a lot of easy approach towards the overall well-being as well. Just as I said in the second part of this paragraph, whenever you are starting to take a lot of physical activity after quite a long downtime, you will start to feel a lot of pain. Trust me, even when I started doing a little bit of physical activity after staying more than a year inside my home, it hurt like hell. And I even gave up after a certain amount of time period, but only the giving up made the entire situation of my body even worse. That is why I am telling you. If you don't put enough persistence over the physical activities, doesn't matter what else you are doing and what dietary chart you are following, you will still feel a lot of pain. And that is not going to be good for you at any time. Whenever you start to feel a little bit of pain or even a lot of pain while physical exercising, you need to put a little bit of rest to your daily routine. That might help you out a lot. Conclusion. Throughout this content, we discussed a lot about different types of activities and habits that you can create for yourself to be physically fit again. But don't worry, even if you think that we have missed something or some part in this content, there will be constant update on the series. And we will be creating more and more content to cover as much ground as possible for you. There will be more update on the content, and stay tuned to find out more on how to stay fit and lose weight during the coronavirus.